Well, my comic book career actually began with Warren magazines, and this is one of my covers, probably the last cover I did for Creepy in Warren magazines. This was auctioned off by the Williamsburg Art and Historical Center a couple of years back. This is a cover for Creepy I did, which is considered by a lot of surrealists one of my best works. Again, a Warren magazine, The End of Man. I only worked for Warren for about 2 or 3 years, and after that I went upstate to form a museum at an old Quaker meeting house, and so my comic book career ended. First cover I did for Warren magazines, Visions of Hell. I was so excited about getting this commission. I had met James Warren because I wanted to advertise in his magazine some of my posters, and he liked my work, and so he gave me this assignment. And I put everything I had into it. It's only a 9 by 12 painting. But I really put as much detail into it as I could. And actually the magazine cover is larger than the original art itself. Here is the cover for The Damned and the Dead, another Warren magazine. And the editors considered this, or some of the editors considered this to be the finest cover that Warren ever produced. But then again, I'm sure they had second thoughts because they had great artists like Richard Corbin and a couple of other very famous ones, like Frazetta, for example. This I did for a special gallery show in Williamsburg, and I painted this painting as a comic book cover. And it actually represents a story I wrote for 11211 magazine online called the Williamsburg Chronicles. Here's the Williamsburg Bridge, and it says on the bridge, "Oy vey, you're leaving Brooklyn." That's because Marty Markowitz actually has a sign on the bridge saying that. The Williamsburg Chronicles is about the space aliens who invade hundreds of thousands of years ago, and actually human beings are a genetic experiment. This building here is the Williamsburg Historical Art Convent Clan, which is actually our building, the Williamsburg Art and Historical Center at 135 Broadway, but the painting says 135 Narrowway. Play by Peter DeZoe's is signed there. And inside the building, a play by Peter DeZoe's is taking place. He's our great surrealist. In any case, this fellow with the mustache who looks like Adolf Hitler is actually a local art gallery owner who decided that he was the premier and superior art gallerist in Williamsburg, and the story goes he's competing with Yukoni in the Williamsburg Art and Historical Center for dominance. And here's the title to the comic book, The True Story of the Founding of the Williamsburg Art Community, the Mysterious Shinto Priestess and the Pustular Trinity of Evil. And this fellow with the armband with the ampersand is actually the hero of the Williamsburg Chronicles. His name is Ladnil Yarrett. Spell it backwards, it's spelled Terry Lindall. In any case. and there's a flying saucer, and all kinds of things are happening here. Anyway, the New York Press thought this was the best artwork in the show. They somewhat misinterpreted the meaning of it, but be it as it may, they liked it. Now these are covers. Well, one is a cover, Twilight Zone, the best from Twilight Zone, and of course I did Mary Quite Contrary for Ted White and Heavy Metal on the inside, and the third magazine is Epic Magazine number 3, and Archie Goodwin, who is considered, he died, he is considered to have been the greatest writer of comic books. He wrote a story especially for me. This is Art and Antiques. It is the foremost art and antique magazine in the world, and in 2006 I wrote an article on surrealism, and actually covered the Brave Destiny event, which is the world's largest show of surrealist artists, which I produced in Williamsburg at the Williamsburg Art and Historical Center. So I was very pleased to get this major worldwide coverage for the show and for the artists. Now, my fashion career, actually I worked for Kate Spade, and their production was actually shown at the Museum of Modern Art in a show called Fashioning Fiction with a number of other famous fashion people. I'm also in this magazine, Bergdorf Goodman magazine, Vogue magazine, and coming up is Vanity Fair, and other magazines that I have been in, well, New York Times magazine, W magazine, and well, probably more like 20 magazines worldwide for my fashion shoots. This says Upwardly Noble, and that's a one-page photograph of myself as a major domo for this beautiful lady seated on the couch. And here I am, the major domo, with the housemaid, one of my workers. And here I am putting the cape on, the beautiful lady of the house. In Vanity Fair, this is a Kate Spade shoot, and this is in front of the Carlisle Hotel, and supposedly I'm a professor from a Midwest university. And this is my wife, supposedly, and my son, and here is my family having dinner. My beautiful daughter, my younger son, his birthday, me, and my wife. And here, the entire family in Central Park, late in the evening at dusk. My beautiful daughter, my son, my wife, and my older son, and me, of course, in the background. And here it is, the Lawrence Family, autumn 2002. And they made a short movie out of that, by the way, in which I have. This is a Southwick fashion catalog, and that was a lot of fun too. Here I am.